KLIF News Time is 6:52. A large case of sexting at a Colorado high school is reigniting the discussion of sexual socialization across the nation. Aubrey Connatser is an attorney with the Connatser family law firm in Dallas. She joins us now live to talk about that particular case and the kind of apps that young people are using today. Good morning, Aubrey.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. Well, first, let's address this particular case. What exactly happened here?
Apparently, there was the discovery of a huge sexting ring happening in this Colorado high school, including multiple members of the football team, 1,000 students total potentially. They have forfeited their last game of the season because the community has decided they don't want them representing them after what they've done. Explicit photos being sent over these sexts to one another of children, obviously, to each other, that just sort of went viral.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that. Were they pictures people were taking of themselves explicitly, or was it other people, or is it a child porn type thing?
It doesn't sound like a child porn ring. Now, certainly there could be some child pornography charges if there are 18-year-old seniors potentially taking photos of minors. That's a nuance in the law, obviously, but still child pornography. But primarily, my understanding is that it's selfies. So you're taking a provocative picture of yourself and sending it to others in an attempt to taunt them or entice them to sext you back, send you an explicit text back, or perhaps even meet you somewhere and have sex or perform some sort of sex act.
Many states have laws on sexting. How about Texas? I mean, could a child be charged with child pornography here in Texas?
Well, certainly teenagers could, 18-year-old adults, even 17-year-olds who might be participating could be charged for exploiting a minor or a child.
But some states have passed laws on sexting with the idea that teenagers should not be charged under much tougher laws like child porn that would force them to register as sex offenders and be so branded for the rest of their lives. That seems to be a little bit of a problem.
Absolutely. Our technology and technical world is in ways far ahead of our statutes. And so many states are working on moving into this century and this technological age with regard to our laws, but it's a slow process. Our legislature only meets every couple of years, and some of these things happen, and there's a major public uproar about it, and then our laws hopefully follow suit if need be.
Aubrey, a lot of these kids are using ghost apps, which can't be detected on phones. How can parents determine if their child has a ghost app on their phone?
I believe parents should have their children's phones monitored. They obviously, going behind your kids' back and trying to keep up with them in this technological age for older parents is going to be a losing battle. But there are technology experts who can image phones, who can pull up any image that's ever been brought up on a phone and can locate ghost-type apps on phones. I don't know that every single parent can afford or has the intuition to do that, but all parents need to be talking to their children about these issues, and that's prevention. If kids understand, your imprint and your technological footprint is permanent. You start sending photos of yourself. Those are going to be around floating out in cyberspace forever and could certainly impact your life long term. They need to understand the long-term consequences, just like drinking and driving, just like using drugs, any other sort of rebellious activity. Technology is now part of that rebellion.
All right. Aubrey, thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes to talk with us about this morning. Aubrey Connatser with the Connatser family law firm in Dallas.